Howdy y'all, welcome to episode 7 of my Let's Play series. I'm Ragaras, and of course we're on the Unleashed pack. Uh, Not too much has gone on since last time. I had a really busy week at work. Boy, I just tore it up this week. Let me put some stuff away. Where's this stuff gonna go? This I want to throw in there. Just doing some caving real quick. Got a bunch of crap I need to probably just throw in here. I want to do with these zombie spawner. Found another one. I never really turn on. What do I got? I know I got some spawners here somewhere. What did I do with all those things? Where did I put all those spawners at? Oh, there they are. Okay. I never really used like the. If you look at the mini map, you can see monsters on there. I always have that turned off. But I've been kind of turning it on to find the pockets of zombie resistance that are in my hills. That crap. So I've been kind of, when I see them, I'll just dig down to them and either light it up or clean it out. Now, the last video I was talking about my lag in here. I don't know if you noticed it's any better. It does. It's still down a little bit, but it's not as bad as it was. I did replace, if you notice, all the Buildcraft pipes. And as soon as I did, I noticed almost an immediate change. So, unfortunately, I think it was the Buildcraft pipes. I think it was that maybe the animation of the beam through there constantly changing or something. I don't know. It was actually the very first thing I tried, and I can move in here again. So I still get like lag in spots like that right there, where it's like it's in another chunk or something, and it loads it in. But then once it's loaded in, it's fine. I don't know what was causing that, but some of it might be that when I have the audio and the video streaming on, it kind of lags it out a little bit too. Now, if we go over here, we have some alvearies. I've noticed some changes from the Ultimate and the Unleashed pack with bees. So I'm gonna guess this is the forestry changes. One, these things are slower than hell, even with 3 proven frames in there. It takes forever to you can see right now this has been in there. This has been running for a while, and they're slow. This was empty not too long ago, and it's already full, and that is with 3 frame housings for each one, with proven frames. Fast. I also added a rain shield and an alveary light. Excuse me, on each one of these. Wow, M&M burps are awesome. I'm just gonna say, wow, those are kind of tasty. I mean, if you got to burp something back up, man, it should be a peanut M&M, right? Some other changes I've noticed with bees. It is much harder to get what are they called? Gene sequences from the bees. I mean, it takes a long time to get the species serums. It takes a long time to get them out of there. And I mean, you're not just going to throw one bee in there and expect to get a species serum out of it. For every one of these, it took quite a bit to do, and it took forever for me to get the fast productivity. Now I did finally get it, and I got all the bees running. Now right now I don't have like a big DNA tank. What I'm doing, since I'm having such problems with the species, what I'm doing is I'm just saving like a stack of them. So if I need to, I can come in here and just take a stack of the drones and then mate them with another queen or whatever, and then build up another queen of whatever variety I want. I think that's almost quicker with Oblivion frames. It's almost quicker, I think, than going the, the inoculator route of changing them. So what I'll probably do is just, when I get a bee species that I want to reproduce, I'm just going to build up a whole bunch of, make the master set, give them the genetic traits I want as I get them, like lifespan and productivity and all that stuff. I don't have the longer lifespan yet or any of that stuff, but as I get it, what I'm going to do is take the master pair, make them the way I want, and then I'll just Oblivion frame breed, a stack or so of them. It doesn't take very long with Oblivion frame. They just pop out real fast, and then I'll store them, and then I can use them later if I need to. If I need to reproduce them and make another one, I'll just do it like that. So that's some changes. I haven't really set up a honey tank yet either to make the alveoli frames. I'm just because the problem I was having is I wasn't getting enough wax. You can see right there I don't have enough wax right now to even make any more of the scented paneling. These are junk bees that I'm just waiting to throw in the gene pool thing here when I need them. So of course I started, I had enough to make the first two, and I put in, of course, the Imperial and the Industrious. And as soon as I had enough for the third, I threw in a Meadows, since they just do the honeycombs. And then, of course, from the honeycombs is your best production of wax. These other guys don't seem like they give as much wax as the honeycombs do. So as I'm getting them right now, I'm getting plenty of honey, but wax I'm a little short on. You can see I'm not getting plenty of polis too, but I'm kind of hurting for the old wax. I don't know if they reduced the amount of wax that you get or what they did exactly, but yep, that's my strangle point right now. I'm just not getting any wax. I have plenty of the pollen, plenty of the royal jelly, plenty of honey, as you can see. I mean, this stuff is just sitting in here waiting to do another panel or another alveoli, but I'm just need the wax. Now, I did find out that the potion shells will hold your serum vials, so you can kind of put them out there like that. And I actually caught some butterflies. As far as I can tell, still, there's nothing you can do with these things other than display them or build yourself like a terrarium or whatever the hell it's called that you keep butterflies and flowers and stuff in. If I see them, I just catch them. And I don't like this thing, though. Yeah, I haven't built anything to like actually identify them and see if there's anything you can do with it. As far as I can tell, you can't breed them or anything. I haven't really tried. I don't even know if there's a way to breed them. I don't know. Is there even a device for that? I don't know. I have no idea. Haven't looked that far into it. I just happened to have my scoop on me, and when they were around, I caught one. Apparently, they're attracted by forestry trees, or like if your bees mutate some of these flowers. Like, I don't even know if these are mutated or if they're just left over from another tree being there, which is more than likely. But it's this kind of stuff. What the hell? There should not be a block missing here. I thought to carrot Enderman. Yeah, but so here's our bee breeding setup right now. We have, of course, all our bee breeding machines. We have the gene pool that makes them into DNA. This is the isolator. This gives us genetic traits of bees that we put in there. It seems kind of random. Sometimes it'll pull all the traits off of them, even crappy ones. And other times you'll get just one and then the bee will die. So there are not too many changes with that. It just doesn't seem like I'm getting the species serums nearly as often as in previous packs. Then of course we have our synthesizer that charges up a serum vial. The purifier takes it from crap to great. All of course both of these use the liquid DNA to work, and then the inoculator takes your bees and adds the traits that you have over here to those bees. Now down below, what I did a little different this time, I did not use a tesseract, power tesseract anyways, to power this. Down below here there are 7 biogenerators, and I'm just pumping in our biofuel from our big tank over in the base there to these. So instead of relying on a tesseract, then I would actually have to use 2 tesseracts to get this to work. Power furnace here, this is just to the crap serums that I don't want. You just throw them back in a furnace and it cooks them back off into blank serum vials. So instead of having to run 2 tesseracts in here, which I would need to, since this bad boy uses 150 MJ a tick. Is it that one or this one? I think it's the inoculator, maybe. Or maybe it's the purifier. It's one of these two. Uses a lot of MJ a tick when it works. So instead of just having to use 2 tesseracts, power tesseracts, I just put a liquid tesseract that feeds all those biogenerators beneath here, and then of course those just power all these machines. Now these are still running on the same one as the farm and all that. The liquid honey. This is a liquid transfer node, which is kind of cool. I really like these transfer nodes. They're kind of almost like the red power, as far as that it's not going to, you know how when you have Buildcraft and it's shooting stuff out all the time because it's just going to continually suck. These are a little bit smarter. They're only going to suck in and put things into a position if there's some place for it to go. So it's not going to, you're not going to have items spewing out all over the place if you have, nowhere for those items to go. And some minor changes to the main area here. Yeah, see, I think maybe it's OBS, or not OBS, one of my recording things, because now I'm feeling a little lag in here again. So maybe it's just eating up my RAM. I have to maybe allocate less for this and more for that. I don't know. I gotta do something. Because it seems like it's only when I record do I kind of lag down here. Any other time I'm fine. I never kind of liked my Tinker's Construct room down beneath here, so I got rid of that. Just filled it all back in, closed it off, and I moved it over here. And of course, when I was doing it, I broke through the ceiling and water flooded everything out. So I thought, let's go ahead and we'll just use that. So we kind of made a nice kind of circular-ish room, and I moved everything in here. And then I just put a glass top on the top of this, and so I mean you can kind of see through it. I originally was going to dome it, and I did actually dome it for a while, but I didn't like it because the dome, to make it a good dome, it was a lot higher than I wanted it to be, and if I flattened it off kind of right above the water line, it didn't look right. So I just flattened it, and when I did that, I never kind of liked this house here. It just seemed irritating that I always had to, go in the door, and so I just flattened it and put glass over this too. And I originally had left the drawbridge door right here, and so I was constantly having to click and open and close it to make sure that no mobs got on. But this is some of the only Thaumcraft that I've used so far, and these are those phantom blocks. Anything else walks across here, any other players, if they were actually to get in the game, were to come over here and walk through this, they would just walk right over it. But since I placed them, I just passed right through them. Kind of made them green just to match the grass, even though it doesn't, of course. But makes it a lot easier. I can just go in and out that way. So I kind of like that. Moved all the bibliocraft stuff down below here, the potion stuff and the bookcases. Doesn't look too bad. Got a little. I don't use tons of potions. Most of the time that I use these potions, it's to make something else, like the what are those torches? Torches called the what's that thing called? The Magnum torch requires a potion of healing and a potion of regeneration. Now, funny thing is I have these potions right here. If you look at the end, it's 16341. That is a potion that drops from a witch if you kill them. All right. So if you make an instant health potion of 16181 instant health 2 from one of those potions, it does not work in this recipe. It has to be the 8229, which is potions that you have made yourself, like these right here. So witch drop potions don't work for Bupkis except to heal you. You can't use them in the recipes there because it requires the I guess it doesn't, you know, whatever kind of mod that's from, it doesn't recognize it as the right potion. So we're still just this is pretty much our fuel source right here. Is all this biofuel. You can see that well, not all of our fuel source. What this does is it runs all of these banks here. Runs this one, which runs the farms and the carpenter stuff over in the barn there, and this row runs the mob spawner here, and all the equipment in the big room over here, which isn't too much. It's, you know, just the furnace and the harvesters. So it's not a terrible lot. Of course, all these do not require power, which is cool. It just these all process bones, and these 3 process just the carrots and potatoes, which we got a ton of now. 112,000 carrots and 152,000 hello, potatoes. There you go. Wow. And 206,000 saplings. So I turned this on just for a little while, and to see if my spawner would actually collect the like the loot sacks and the hearts and stuff. And as far as I can tell, it does collect hearts, but it does not collect the loot packs. It has to either be from a normal spawner, like a found spawner that you Darkcraft wrenched up, or you got to kill them yourself. It doesn't seem to drop from the monster spawners. So that kind of sucked. Now, another thing that I worked on over this last week, if we go down here into the deep dark basement, which isn't really dark, but I was watching Slipgator's channel on Hermitcraft, and he was trying to do this power supply thing with oh shoot, goddamn blazes, blaze rods, and you know, he had it you know, generating the blazes and then killing them off with the grinders, mob grinders with MFR, and he wasn't getting a plus in power. So I was kind of wondering ways to get power from that, and probably the best way is either, and I didn't want to make one because I don't want to get it started, is a maybe a solid fueled steam boiler, or just generators. These are just IC2 generators. There's 20 of them right here. So basically 200 EU a tick, and then I have it coming over here. I've got another one of those red wire splitter cables, so you know, I can turn it on, turn it off, the power going to the converters. So basically 200 EU a tick converts into about 82, roughly I think 82 MJ a tick if this were to go anywhere. Hello slimes, how y'all doing over there? Where all these damn slimes come from? This is the area where I go when I'm bored or just watching a video or I can't think of anything else to do. I come down here and I use the destruction catalyst, and just, why is that being powered right there? I shouldn't be doing anything. and I just blow stuff out. It goes way in that direction, and there's another big cavern over there. So yeah, I blow a lot of stuff up. I got all this excess gunpowder. I might as well use it for something. And you use that destruction catalyst, and it does a 3x3 cube, blows it all out, and so that's what all this is from. It's just working over there. I pulled all kinds of ores out of this area just doing that. Of course, now it's made it nice and open for the slimes. I don't need any sort of slime spawner here. I just gotta stand here and wait for them to show up, and I get all kinds of slime. But back to this thing. So what it does is, this is very similar to the skeleton spawner that I have upstairs that powers the biofuel. You come in here and you turn it on. There we go. Then they're gonna come down here and start falling down, and they're gonna run into those iron spikes. And the iron spikes do treat it just like you killed them yourself. But I think that the spawn mobs from here, these will drop those little hearts that you need for the heart canisters that give you more health. These things. But from what I can see, I sat here and watched it for a while. It does not spawn the loot bags that you get the other stuff out of. Now, like I said, a dungeon spawner, or if you go to another fortress and you get a spawner from there, and you use that, they do drop those bags. I hear one of you slimy bastards sneaking up. See, look at you. I heard you. You think I didn't hear you? Yeah, I got the sound down, but I ain't deaf. Sneaky little slimy. So they all just get pushed over. Now this uses no power at all here to collect these blaze rods. They come in here, they get pushed into those iron spikes, they die. There's just a row of obsidian pipes with iron pipes down below that direct all the crap over to the deep storage unit. And when it gets going, it gets going. Let me turn my coin to suck off here so I can stop drawing them out. Oh, there we go. And this will actually continue to build with all of these running at full speed. You know, I tested it with a redstone energy cell here that was completely empty, and then powered it up. And like when this thing's fully charged, it kicks out 100 MJ a tick, but as soon as this drains out, it goes down to about 82 with this, which isn't a lot, but this is completely free energy. I mean, once you're able to build a soul shard for blaze spawners, it's completely free energy. It's no muss, no fuss. You don't have to worry about it blowing up. You know, these things don't blow up. And kind of like the biogenerators, if it doesn't need to output power, they just turn themselves off. So if you're not outputting power, you're not going to have to worry about it. Now, one thing that you will find is that if you turn this into steam, just like the biogenerators, it will constantly run. Okay? Doesn't matter if the steam producer, because you got a consumer and a producer and an energy bridge. You put a steam one on here, it doesn't matter whether or not it's going into a tesseract or it's being used. It's going to constantly produce steam. So, I mean, if you're going to go that route and just leave it on all the time, I would suggest you turn that steam, or put that steam into a tank. That was something I was thinking about trying out, was just put that into a nice big tank and see what you could use that for later. I mean, you could just pump this into a tank and then liquid tesseract that steam out to anywhere else, and you'd have like a surplus of steam. Or you can just produce it when you need it. I mean, you could do some sort of wireless, you know, and a gate, say, if it has work or something. I mean, there's all kinds of different options. But this is I've only tested it so far with the 20 engines. I don't know how far it'll go and still continue keeping a surplus of stuff in here. I imagine you could probably go another 5 or 10 engines on here without too much of a problem. Because like I said, it's pretty steady, and it's once you have this shard, this soul shard, it's kind of free energy. So that's kind of what I've been working on this week, screwing around with stuff like that. You might have noticed a castle off in the far distance. If you did, over there, see a castle way up on the hill. When I put this glass in here, I just kept seeing that hill, and it was like screaming for something to be up there. And I had constructed a builder's wand, and I wanted to try it out, and trying that out led to that thing up there, which is it's pretty cool. I mean, the way this thing works, it does allow you to construct things very, very, very quickly. So I got some stone here. Just use that. What you do is, like what I did up there is, you just kind of lay out your pattern. Like you say, this is what you want to build on, and then with the builder's wand, which is kind of dangerous to make because you use these unstable ingots, and you only got 10 seconds after you craft the ingot to make whatever it is you're making, or it's blowing up. And so what you do is, once you have this in your hand, you kind of you see the outlines there. This is kind of telling you where it's going to build. It's going to look in your inventory to see if you've got the those materials on you, and then when you click it, it's just going to put it on there. And it makes like building, because all I did on this thing up here was set out the outline, and then with the builder's wand, you just pretty much, as you're building up, you walk along and you say, okay, I want to add to that. Boom, there it is. Oh, I want to add to that. Boom, there it is. And then the walls come up really, really quickly. So this was almost done entirely with just the build wand, building up the walls and adding all this stuff, and it even works on half slabs. You can have half slabs on you and then just keep popping them down. So it does make building this kind of stuff much, much quicker than if you were going to single click each and every single one by hand. And that's just something I'm working on in between waiting for more wax to build up over from my bees. And ooh, see, that's just from see what I mean? It kicks out a lot faster. Okay, let's look at this one. Yeah, okay. You saw where it was just a little while ago. And this one really hasn't increased that much. And this one, yeah, it's pumping it out there. So these things seem like they're a lot faster than they used to be. Because I used to run 6 frame housings in an alveary. Now I'm just running 3, and it's just flying stuff out of there. I'm interested to see what it's going to do with like the uranium bees and stuff like that. So this thing, how are we doing here? Okay, we got room. We got room to add some stuff in there. All right, well, I'm just going to keep working on these bees right now. Even though I have 3 alvearies, I'm still only running the 3 bees that I need to make more alvearies. The next one that I want to make, of course, will be my mutator. Now, I'm unsure right now whether or not the changes to the mutator block is in this version or not. Apparently, there's some changes where if you go over 10 times the mutation chance, and which is roughly 1 uranium, you have a chance of damaging your bees, and they'll become, you'll get those bees with like the minus sign in front of them that'll die off, basically like the swarmer bees. So I'm going to, when I try it, I'm going to try it with some crappy bees first, just to see what happens, because I don't want to damage any of my good bees later down the road, like if I'm trying to make a diamond bee or a nuclear bee or something like that. I don't want to end up with one that is damaged and is going to die off in a couple of generations. And I also need to go out and collect well, no, actually I don't have to. I was saying I was going to probably have to go out and collect a bunch of queens, but I've got probably 100 Rocky Queens down there. The only thing I'll have to do to them is genetically change them to produce more offspring, because by default I don't think they produce more than one, which is sometimes nice because it doesn't give you excessive bees, so you don't have a bunch of junk bees hanging around. So, well, I appreciate everybody coming by. I know this is probably a pretty short episode. Not really. It's about 30 minutes or so. Just a short, light kind of a catch up on what's going on, what I'm doing. This thing is still off. I've got so many resources right now. I've got like 200 stacks of diamonds and emeralds in there, of ore, not the diamonds. And so I've not 200 stacks, 200 ore. So yeah, quite a few. So I'm just leaving that off for now. And but that's really where we're at. Got rid of the house, added glass top. I think that's kind of cool. Kind of see down in there. Whoops, didn't want to do that. I sometimes forget that is not solid for me. So guys, I appreciate you coming by. Don't forget to hit the like button. Let me know that you're out there watching and that you appreciate it. If you do. If you don't, of course, well, hey, can't please everybody all the time. And some comments would be nice. Let me know. Let me hear from you. Everybody's so quiet. Well, y'all take it easy, and I will see you next time around. Until then, I will see y'all later.